there YouTube, Big G, back again with another video. Now you know that I love my shooters, especially when it comes to arcade games, and the other day I was browsing the local for sale columns on one of the online sites, I think it was OLX, and I noticed some arcade cabinets for sale in Port Alfred. Now Port Alfred is not that far away from where I live, and one of the games was Sky Soldiers. Now I had a quick look on YouTube and that, and it looks like a really great shoot 'em up, and so I thought, let me go and have a look. So that particular weekend was actually this weekend before last. I was traveling up to Port Elizabeth to go visit my son, who's at varsity there, and which means I had to travel through Port Alfred. So this is just a quick little journey video to show you what I went through to go have a look at these cabinets, and yeah, so stick around. Okay, so yeah, I'm entering a little room which is close to a shebeen in the local township, and you can see these two little kids there hammering away and enjoying our arcade machine. I think it was actually Cadillacs and Dinosaurs that they were hammering away at. Great old game. Glad to see these kids enjoying these games. And Sean, the guy that was actually I actually purchased the arcade cabinet from, he's just trying to get it up and running. It looked like there's a problem with the monitor, not working 100%, but I wasn't too bothered about that. You know, it all forms part of the project. At the end of the day is getting it working again. So I'm really keen on the Sky Soldiers game. So you can see it's really beat up. It needs a lot of attention, but yeah, so be it. And I can see this guy, you know, he needs to sell these games. He is quite desperate to sell them, and I know I'll offer him a fair price for it. And now I've got it hooked up to my trailer. So this doesn't look too safe, but actually it wasn't too bad. I've got the game on top there. I don't actually have a bucky, and strapped it on as tight as I could on the trailer. Got a lot of looks from other from other road users as I came past them lugging this arcade machine. And yeah, we have it at my house, and I've started disassembling it, taking it apart, stripping it down, because this is going to form another project of mine. The cabinet is not actually in such bad condition. The monitor, I'm sure I'll be able to get up and running again. There's probably just some power capacitors or so forth that's faulty. But the main thing is the board, which I know is working, because Sean did show it to me. The monitor I'm not too bothered about, because I'm actually going to change, put in an LCD screen in there instead of the monitor. Okay, so you've seen the arcade cabinet as such. Now I just want to show you, yeah, this is the board. I actually took the board out while I was there because we tested it in another machine, because I wanted to see that it was working, so I know it was working, and Sean did test it for me. And while I was there and chatting to him, he mentioned that he has some other, you know, boards and paraphernalia and gaming stuff that he's really keen to sell. So, you know, he originally wanted for the arcade machine for Sky Soldiers, he wanted 2,000 Rand for it. I said to him it wasn't worth 2,000 Rand, because really in the condition it was in, it really wasn't worth 2,000 Rand. So he threw in, let me just hold it up here, another arcade board. I'm not even sure what game it is. Yeah, that's going to be all part of the fun. I think he said it was a Street Fighter. It doesn't look like a Street Fighter board to me. It doesn't have any sort of markings on it, so it's probably just a generic jammer board, but it's still going to be interesting to get it up and running, together with, let me just hold it up over here because I've actually been working on it, a Snow Brothers Taito. This is actually an original Taito board, Snow Brothers. He said it was faulty. I've already found one or two problems on it, so I'm busy tinkering around on it to try to get that working. As well as, he didn't have a Neo Geo machine, but he did have a Neo Geo cartridge, and this is working 100%. It's Metal Slug 6. So for the arcade cabinet, as well as all three boards, as well as Metal Slug 6, I paid Sean 1,600 Rand. So that's, what's that, make it $140, or 1,600 Rand, was probably about £80. Yeah, so about £80, £75 for the whole lot, which I thought was fair. Shame I could see that he, you know, from his surroundings and that, he needed the money, and I know I could have pushed him further, but you know, you also got to be ethical when it comes to games and that. You know, you don't want to, you know, rip people off. You know, if I felt it was worth this much money, I was willing to pay for it, and you know, I could see he really needed the money because he wanted to get rid of his machines, the couple that he had up and running there, in the little township outside Bathurst, where he's got his little business operating from. So he was happy with the price that I paid him, and I'm happy with what I got, and I'm going to have heaps of fun in getting these up and running again. So this is for Sky Soldiers as such. That's just the introduction, and obviously the next part of it is getting Sky Soldiers cabinet up and running and refurbished again. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and yes, keep it retro. Cheers from me.